Because today we'll be doing redox reaction. Redox reaction involves reduction and oxidation reaction. Reduction, that is red, ox means oxidation, then the reaction. What is redox reaction? I said redox reaction is the reaction between oxidation and reduction reaction. So when you are treating only oxidation reaction, we call it half, it will be called half reaction. So they can ask you, what is half reaction? Half reaction is a reaction that involves only oxidation or reduction process. Is a reaction that involves only oxidation or what? Reduction process. So that is redox reaction. When it's not redox reaction, it is a full reaction of both reduction and what? Oxidation process. There are two ways we balance this redox reaction. Number one is the ion medium process. We call it ions medium, or we say ion exchange reaction. And what? Number two is aqueous medium reaction. Aqueous medium reaction. Why do we call it this? We use this method if, for example, we are using ion medium reaction. We only use this ion medium reaction when we want to balance the ions present in that reaction. When we want to use what? Ions present in the reaction. But when it comes to aqueous, it means we are using water molecule to balance the reaction, because it's either the reaction is having oxygen. So for us to balance the oxygen or the hydrogen atom that is present, we introduce what? Water. That is why it's called aqueous medium. Do you understand? So, for example, you have Cn4 plus Fe2 plus, and they said it will give us Fe2 plus Sn Fe3 plus and Sn2 plus. How do you balance this? If you look at it, 4 plus 2 is what? 6. So we have 6 electrons at the reactant, and 3 plus 2 we have what? 5, meaning it is not what? Balanced. So in balancing this reaction, we use what? The ion medium process, because it is only the ions that are not what? Balanced. But the atoms, which is tin and ion, is also what? Is balanced. One tin, one tin. One ion, one ion. So it means you will now look at it. Which of them is undergoing oxidation process and which of them is undergoing what? Reduction process. That is how you will now differentiate them into their half cell. Oxidation and what? Reduction. So we have it this way: from ion to ion, work process; from tin to tin, work process. So if you are moving from ion 2 plus to ion 3 plus, it means there is what? There is a gain of electron. Are you seeing? There's a loss of electron, but the oxidation number has what? Increased. And because the oxidation number has increased, we call it what? Oxidation. So it means there is a loss of electron, there is an increase in oxidation number. So this process is what? Oxidation. And therefore, since ion 2 plus oxidizes to ion 3 plus, it means ion 2 plus becomes the reducing agent that has reduced what? Tin, from tin 4 plus to what? T2 plus. So moving from T4 plus to T2 plus, there is a gain of electron. How is there gain? Because the oxidation number has decreased. The oxidation number has what? Decreased from 4 to 2. It means this is what? Reduction. So by the time you are able to differentiate by the meaning, the difference between oxidation and reduction, then balancing the reaction will be easy for us. Now, you will now bring it. Oxidation half cell involves Fe2 plus to what? Fe3 plus. So how do you balance? How do we balance the electron? Remember we said oxidation is the loss of electrons, right? So, and is the increase in what? Oxidation number. So what are we going to add to this place, or to make it what? Plus 2. It means we are either going to add one electron. Electrons are negative charge. So it becomes 3 minus 1. So when we have 3 minus 1, it means this charge has what? Balanced. So this is the balanced part of what? Ion 3. If you look at the oxidation half cell, we have balanced it. Are you seeing it? We have Fe2 plus that will give us Fe3 plus what? E electrons. Are you seeing? E electrons means one electron is lost. So if one electron is lost, it means it's now Fe2 plus, and the Fe is 1, Fe is 1. 2 plus here, 2 plus is also here. Now, for the reduction, we will write out the reduction half cell. Reduction half cell reaction. It becomes SN4 plus to give us what? SN2 plus. So in order for us to balance this, it means we are going to gain 2 electrons at the reactant, so that it will balance up the electrons at the product. So here becomes 2E minus. 2E minus means minus 2 plus 4 plus will give us what? 2 plus. So this is the balanced half shell. Now for us to get the full redox reaction, it means we will add reactant to reactant, that is reactant of the oxidation to reactant of the what? Reduction. Same to what? Product. But before we add, we will try as much as possible to cancel out this electron so that it doesn't show in the reaction, because we have balanced it. And in doing that, it means we will multiply this oxidation half cell by 2 and multiply this one by 1. In that way, they will have common number of what? Electrons. So it becomes 2 times oxidation, balanced oxidation half cell. 2 times balanced oxidation half what? Cell. So when we say 2 times, it becomes 2 Fe2 plus to give us what? 2 Fe3 plus what? 2E minus. Then we also do 1 times 1 times reduction, balanced reduction half cell. 1 times balanced reduction half cell. So it becomes 2E minus plus SN4 plus to give us what? SN2 plus. So then add the 2 together. Add oxidation, the balanced oxidation and reduction together. That is, let's say this is equation 1 and this will be equation 2. So let's put it so that it will be more understandable. Add equation 1 to equation 2. So it becomes 2fe 2 plus 2e minus plus Sn 4 plus. Then product to product, it becomes 2fe 3 plus 2e minus plus Sn 2 plus. You see, it means that these two, we cancel out these 2 and we are left with what? 2fe 2 plus Sn 4 plus to give us 2fe 3 plus Sn 2 plus. So this is the redox reaction, because this is a reaction of both reduction and oxidation using the word ion electron method. Ion electron method, or we say ions electron method. Now when you have done this, you will now look at it. Is each of them balanced? If it is not balanced, it means that you have made mistake either from the reduction half cell or oxidation half cell. So you start all over again. So let's look at it together and see if it is balanced. So how many atoms of iron do we have? We have 2 at the reactant, 2 at the product, so it's balanced. What of tin? We have 1 tin at the reactant and 1 tin at the product, so it is what? Balanced. Now the ions. 2 times 2, this 2 here becomes plus 4. Plus 4. Because here is plus 4, 2 times 2 is also what? Plus 4. So plus 4 plus 4 will give us what? 8. Now the product, 2 times 3 is what? 6 plus 2. So you see it gives us what? 8. So 8 electrons at the product, at the reactant, 8 electrons at the product. So this is a balanced redox reaction. So this is how you can balance redox reaction using the ion electron method. Thank you. Please keep on liking our video, subscribe and share.